實拍實說，大地海外升學。
大家好，我哋今日咧就請咗 MPW Birmingham 嘅副校長 Ryan 同我哋做個訪問嘅。Thank you Ryan for the interview.
My pleasure, yeah, good to see you today. So MPW Birmingham is a bespoke college. We offer a variety of curriculums, A-level, we offer GCSE, and we offer a foundation program which is provided by NCUK. We pride ourselves on having small class sizes, and we make sure that individual student needs are tailored for. So we're experts in differentiation, and we ensure that we use regular assessment. So we actually test our students every single week to ensure that they're staying on track with their studies. So the teachers, it's very tailored. So the maximum class size of 9 ensures that we can meet individual needs. It's a very nice environment. We want students to contribute, we want students to discuss, which obviously then gives us a chance to check their learning on regular occasions. Each week they'll then take what they've learned in the previous week, they'll go down to our study centre, they'll complete an assessment, and then feedback is then provided in written form and verbally. These grades then go back to parents. It's very open, so we have very open dialogue with parents. And obviously, if we can see that a student is then struggling in a certain area, we can find ways to help and support them because we've got that evidence each week. We try to look at the results we've achieved in previous years. We do a breakdown of each subject, and then we look for obviously where our strengths lie and where there's areas for improvements. So for example, if we feel like the cohort is struggling with maths, we will provide extra maths workshops. So we will get him to do as many one-to-one sessions and workshop sessions that we can to ensure that students are getting the right exam skills in those areas so they can progress moving forward. So MPW judges itself on added value. So what that means is we take the students' arrival grades or their level at arrival, and then we compare them with their final grades at the end of their course. MPW is consistently a top 10% provider in the UK.
Wow.
So 10% in terms of the highest in terms of the schools, and some years we're actually a top 5% provider across the UK. So we're very good at taking students and helping them to achieve their maximum potential.
That's really amazing, I would say.
Yeah, we're not a highly selective school, so we take every student at merit and we try to ensure that they can get to the best possible university destination that they're capable of. So 60% of our students are from the local area. They come from other sixth form colleges, or they finish school at maybe a state school or another private school, and they come here for sixth form. So we're 40% international, and that's very diverse across the whole of the world, Europe, Asia, Africa. In terms of our Asian market, I'd say about 4% of our students are from China, probably a similar amount from Hong Kong. So students get a very good cultural experience here. They integrate with domestic students, everyone works together. We have sports teams where there's a mixture of domestic and international students. The societies that we run are the same. So yeah, students are coming into a domestic environment. It's an English school, and they get that experience. So we have a really strong pastoral team. So every student is allocated a personal tutor on arrival, and they meet with their personal tutor every single week. So that meeting could be 15 minutes, it could be half an hour. And obviously we do discuss academic issues, but we also dig deep into how that student is feeling. Did they have a good weekend? Are they missing home? Is there anything we can do? We ensure that they're registered with the GP, they've got access to medical care, they've got a good guardian in place. So we have an open door policy. So if parents do visit, I get parents coming to see me. We can communicate openly via email, via the phone, via Teams. We have an access system where parents get a login, so they can go in every single week to look at their son or daughter's grades. They can then communicate with the personal tutor regarding those grades, and we can have open discussions in that way. MPW has a guardianship policy, so every student has a UK guardian. So that's a good way to communicate, especially if parents do not speak English, which obviously is common. We can translate through the guardian, we can send reports through the guardian, or we can have meetings via Microsoft Teams where the parent and the guardian is present, and we can communicate in that way in terms of translations. If a parent wants to speak to us, we're always available, and we just have that open door policy. I think it's do your research. So MPW is not just good for academic grades, but in terms of providing that extra level of support and making sure that students have a good experience. So if I was sending my child to the other side of the world, yeah, I'd want them to go to an academic school, but I'd want them to go to a school where they're going to feel safe, supported, and they're going to make friends and be looked after. And I would say the pastoral care within this college is going to be one of the strongest in the UK of any school you could send your children to. But also our academic results are also very strong. If you spoke to some of our current students or you've got feedback from our parents, this message would definitely be out there that MPW Birmingham looks after their students extremely well.
我係叫 Jason 啦，我依家讀緊 AS Level 即係 Year 12。其實最主要係因為香港呢個嘅學習嘅環境比較上有壓力啦，咁然之後亦都好有競爭性啦。咁所以就想話嚟到一個西方嘅國家，咁英國亦都係一個好嘅選擇，因為其實眾所周知英國係一個出咗名教育制度係好好嘅一個地方，咁所以就選擇咗英國嚟睇下呢度嘅文化，亦都係嚟呢度讀書啦。呢度佢唔會用一個好死板嘅方式去教你，譬如可能呢度會比較多啲，譬如可能喺理科上面，譬如係 bio 或者 physics 有多啲一啲practical， 即係一啲實驗性嘅嘢。咁譬如我琴日先做完一個叫做去測驗下睇下呢個彈弓嘅彈性有幾多咁又要做一個實驗。咁你理解嘅能力方面你就會多咗，因為你可以透過你聽到啲乜嘢，睇到啲乜嘢，真正摸到啲乜嘢，而去學習一啲知識，而唔係可能喺香港比較上一啲真正係
理論多啲係咪？
係啦嘅一啲課堂，咁所以就增添咗一啲趣味。我覺得 MPW 嘅 teaching style 會係一個容易啦、簡單同埋直接嘅方法㗎。即係譬如我哋呢個學校佢唔會咁多一啲 textbook 嘅嘢，但係變相咧會係老師準備一啲 notes，而呢啲 notes 咧會有當然會有一啲 definition 啦，咁然之後咧就會加插入好多一啲 past paper 嘅 question， 一條一條咁樣加落去，咁而俾你去學咗普普通通簡單一個 definition， 然之後你就應用喺一啲 past paper 嘅 question 入邊，咁你就快啲能夠可以去get into 一個 exam 嘅一個 question 裏邊。咁所以你會令到你可能到做考試試題嘅時候會冇咁辛苦。我覺得我嚟咗呢度係勤力咗嘅個人，即係其實好大程度上係因為呢度每一個禮拜有一個 test， 所以佢會谷咗你你唔得㗎啦，你一跌咗少少，可能由 A 跌到 B 咧，咁就好似好大嘅一個落差咁，所以係變相 push 到自己嘅。咁同埋就因為頭先都講啦，有嗰啲 notes 啦，咁其實你好容易就理解到我可能課堂上講啲乜嘢，咁所以變相亦都會更加輕鬆少少。咁首先我哋嚟到第一日就會有一個叫做 opening day 啦，咁就係將 gathering 將所有新入嚟呢間學校嘅學生都會一齊去玩一次，即係可能我哋嗰日又去玩 mini golf 添，去出面打。咁就俾我哋新嘅一啲學生去互相認識下，咁起碼有陣時同你打個 mini golf 喎，有得交個朋友咁樣。係呢個係幾好嘅，因為香港冇呢樣嘢先，首先。我哋每一個學生會有一個 PT 啦，即係 personal tutor，咁去幫助你，可能你喺學業上或者其他任何方面有啲咩問題，其實你都要揾佢。其實而我哋呢度學校去每一個學期。每半個學期啦，完結咗之後咧，每個老師都會出一份 report 俾我嘅，即係俾我媽咪同爹哋睇嘅。咁呢份 report 就講緊我今個學期我做咗啲咩咧？我考得好唔好咧？我有冇努力啲做咧？同我平時課堂嘅表現係點樣？我哋每個禮拜二咧都會有體育堂嘅，咁3點鐘有個旅遊巴就喺出邊接我哋去呢個體育館打波，即係羽毛球、籃球、踢波，所以呢個係幾好嘅。同埋我知道學校有 debate team 嘅。咁我就冇參加，因為我學業為重今年，所以冇參加住嚇。留待之後有機會可能會參加下。我會覺得首先要勇敢去踏出你嘅第一步先。第二就係我覺得需要有一個準備嘅。咁準備譬如可能係買多啲衫，因為英國都幾凍啊。其實今日都幾凍㗎。咁而心理上可能就係你真係要融入一個新環境，可能你每一日你都係要講英文。每一日你對住嘅都係英文，26個英文字母夾埋一齊嘅時候，你會點樣去 點樣去融入到呢度嘅生活咧？同埋第二樣嘢就係你要識新嘅朋友咯，即係要踏出我哋自己嘅 comfort zone 嘅時候，咁可能就要即係要慢慢適應嘅，所以其實急唔嚟，真係慢慢一步一步見步行步就係得㗎啦。
有海外升學問題，即刻 WhatsApp 大地啦！